Your true wealth is your time and your freedom. Money is just a tool to trade for your time. Money is a container to store your economic energy until you're ready to deploy it. But the so-called civilized world has been turned away from real money and has been fooled into using currency. Currency is a deceitful imposter that is silently stealing your two most valuable assets, your time and freedom. Let's take a closer look at the truth about money and currency. We're going to start back in Egypt, where it all began. Roughly 5,000 years ago, the Egyptians started using gold and silver as their predominant form of currency, but it was not yet money. The pieces of gold and silver that they were using were odd sizes and weights. They were odd purities, so it was still not interchangeable, where each unit is the same as the next. This meant that nothing really had a price yet. You couldn't really put a price of X amount of coins on something because you didn't have any coins yet. So trade was still kind of difficult, and it was still a guessing game when it came to the exchange of values. One of the reasons that we're in the financial mess that we're in today globally is that people do not understand the difference between currency and money. So currency is a medium of exchange, a unit of account. It is portable, durable, divisible, and something called fungible. Fungible means that each unit is the same. A dollar in your pocket will buy the same as a dollar in my pocket. Money is all of those things plus a store of value over a period of a long time. Even financial planners, bankers, your accountant, they don't understand the difference between currency and money. The currency in your pocket is a medium of exchange. It's a unit of account because it's got numbers on it. It's somewhat durable. It's portable. It's divisible in that you can make change, and it's fungible. A dollar in your pocket will buy the same as a dollar in my pocket. But because governments can print more and more of it and dilute the currency supply, it's continually transferring wealth out of your pocket, out of your bank account, and to the government and to the banking system. So the reason that gold and silver are the optimum form of money is because of their properties. It's an easy medium of exchange because gold and silver store a large amount of value in a very small area. It's a unit of account. Pure gold has the same value all over the planet. So an ounce of gold buys the same amount here in Egypt as it would in China or in the United States. It's durable. The same gold that the Egyptians were using in trade 5,000 years ago is the same gold we're using today. It does not corrode. It's divisible. You can make change with it. It's very portable. You could use something like oil as money if you wanted to, but you just can't carry it around very easily. It's fungible. Pure gold is the same wherever it is on Earth. Pure silver is the same wherever it is on Earth. And it's limited in quantity. That's the reason why it maintains its purchasing power, because governments cannot print more gold. Over the last 5,000 years, only gold and silver have maintained their purchasing power. There have been thousands, literally thousands of fiat currencies that were not backed by gold and silver, and they have all gone to zero. It's a 100% failure rate. This is a global phenomenon. We can check it out. Here's this base currency, and here's the number of paper dollars that exist. Basically, it took 200 years to go from no dollars in existence to 825 billion. And then we had something called bailouts, and then QE1, quantitative easing 1, and then QE2, and QE3, and more and more and more. And it isn't just in the United States. Here's what the Canadian currency supply looks like. Here's Australia. Here's South Africa, Russia. Now this starts out in the year 2001, and this is around 18 times more currency in existence in a little over a decade. Here's Singapore. It's the same story. India and China. Every government on the planet is doing this insane deficit spending, doing bailouts, and history shows that there is no example of this turning out well. Now, all of this seems pretty scary. However, this is going to happen, and you can only play the hand that you're dealt. So the great news is that gold and silver always end up doing an accounting of the expansion of the currency supply. Basically, the will of the public and the free markets. When the governments do this kind of stuff to their currency supplies, they debase it. It eventually comes back in inflation. Because people sense the loss of their purchasing power, they rush back to gold and silver and they bid the value of the gold and silver up in their country until it meets or exceeds the value of all the currency in circulation. This is a process that has been going on over and over again throughout history, except this time it's happening on a global scale. It has never before happened in all countries at once. And that means that this is the greatest wealth transfer in history. Therefore, it's the greatest opportunity in history, and it's not going to happen again in your lifetime. Take advantage of it.